Next question. All right. Why is Maduro based? Well, look, he came to power after Chavez's death. He was elected. He was, Chavez said that's who he wanted to be his successor. He won the elections. But Maduro was very much, there was a lot of difficulties in the United Socialist Party when he first got in there. And as soon as Chavez died, they escalated the sanctions on Venezuela. The oil price drop that was engineered by the United States devastated Venezuela's economy. There were attempted coups against him. And he got Venezuela through a really dark period, because now things are getting better in Venezuela. Things are starting to improve in Venezuela now, right? They got through the worst of it. But during the last years of Obama's presidency, things in Venezuela were really bad. And it took real skill and leadership to do what he did, to keep the United Socialist Party together, to get them to not have a military coup. I mean, it's amazing what he pulled off. I mean, I take my hat off to him, because a lot of people, when he came in, they said, this guy's not Hugo Chavez. All right, this guy's not competent. This is just some guy who sucked up to Hugo Chavez. No. Nicolas Maduro is a brilliant organizer and a brilliant strategist. If not, he wouldn't have been able to pull off what he did. Right? I mean, you remember under Trump, when they, how close they were, they had the food barricade, that then the Venezuelan right wing, they lit it on fire themselves. And Max Blumenthal exposed how they lit their own food barricade on fire to frame the Venezuelan government. And they were in a dangerous spot. And for the Bolivarian Revolution to have survived that dark patch that came after the death of Chavez, to be where they are now, that's a huge achievement. That took real strength of leadership to do what Maduro has done between the death of Hugo Chavez and today. That was nothing short of that was a very high caliber of revolutionary leadership. That guy knows what he's doing, right? Because there were big divisions in the party. There was big problems in the country. The USA fomented a food crisis and all of that. And he managed to pull the country through all of that. Amazing. That's utterly amazing, right? I mean, for him to have gotten Venezuela through everything they've been through for the next few years, he got them through the darkest tunnel, the darkest night, and now things are improving. That's pretty awesome, right? But we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, this guy was the leader of a bus drivers union for many years. He was the leader of the bus drivers union. So he's got organizational experience, right? He knows Marxism, Leninism thoroughly. He was very close and very key in Hugo Chavez's presidency and administration. And he learned from Hugo Chavez, and we shouldn't be shocked. But I mean, why is he based? I think the proof is in the pudding, as they say. I mean, to get Venezuela through these hard times, to keep the socialist revolution intact, required an amazing strength of leadership. Folks, what a lot of these people don't understand, the caliber of a revolutionary leader is not in the quality of the books that they write. It's not in the quality of the speeches that they give. It's in the quality of their ability to get shit done, right? The reason that Stalin is so popular in Russia, even now, among Russians who are not Marxists, is because he got shit done. He raised the country out of poverty. He defeated the Nazis. Under his watch, they electrified the whole country. They wiped out illiteracy. They became a modern industrial. He did it. He got it done, right? If Stalin had given horrible speeches, if Stalin had written awful books, but he'd done all of that, people would still like him. The quality of leadership is in what you get done. And let me add, what you get done is not about what you yourself do. It's what you enable other people to do. Good leadership means that you enable other people to get good shit done. Right? A good leader is one who finds other people and arranges for them to do good stuff. That is great leadership. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't get this, right? In light of what happened to me, there were a number of people, multiple people had it in their head that in light of, me having to disappear for a little bit, that they would step up and become the new me. Well, that would be great. It'd be great. I wish there were more people doing what I do, but I'm not where I am because I inherited it. I'm not where I am because somebody else had a problem and had to go away. That's not how these things work. Right. And there are multiple people. I'm not naming names. And I think some people watching now know who I'm referring to, but there's multiple people. It's not just one person. It's another person and another person. I saw this multiple people around the country. They thought, oh, Caleb's gone. Now I will be the new Caleb. How did I get to be Caleb? Did someone crown me Caleb? No. Did someone say, I hereby bequeath you, Caleb, to be the No, I streamed on YouTube. I wrote the books. I made relationships. I got shit done. Do you know what I'm saying? That's, and I'm not, what am I leading? I'm leading a group of people that puts on conferences. We're not in a revolution. We're not a country. We're not a government. We're just a group of people. Right. And what we've gotten done, right? It's great, everything that we got done, and we're going to do even better things. But but a lot of people don't get this. They really don't get this, right? That Maduro is not a great leader because he maneuvered. And it's like, aha, Hugo Chavez died. I can be the great. No, Maduro's a great leader because he got in there and he got the job done, right? Stalin is so widely loved because he got the job done. Right. And that's leadership is about getting the job done. It's about enabling other people to do good things. Right. It's about finding ways to motivate people, finding ways to push forward historical forces and get the job done. Right. You can be an awful speaker and be a great leader. You can be an awful writer and be a great leader. Right. And that's how these things work. And, people learn this the hard way. And these are things that you learn from correct practical experience, right? Mao has that famous essay, Where do correct ideas come from? Well, they come from practical experience, right? You just have to live it, right? You have to do it, right? It probably looks that way to people who don't understand what's going on. They think, oh, if Caleb goes away, I can become the new Caleb. No, you can't. No, you can't, because I got where I am by doing shit, doing these streams, building this organization, maintaining friendships and alliances with a wide variety of different social forces. And that's not easy to do, right? You get canceled for it, right? Everyone who doesn't agree with one person wants to cancel you because you won't disassociate from the other person. You have to be tough, and you got to say, well, I agree with you on blank, but, I agree with this other person on blank, and I'm going to work with both of you. And you have to be able to do that. Some people might see that and they say, well, you're being two-faced. No, you're not being two-faced. You're trying to get shit done.